Visual identity. Hello and welcome to today's lesson on visual identity. In this session, we're going to discuss how to visually express your brand through color, fonts, and logo design. Let's start with colors. Color. Selecting the right colors for your brand sets you on the path to visually expressing your identity. The colors you choose should appear in every piece of communication your organization creates. Think about the type of feeling you want people to have when they engage with your brand. This is where research into color theory can help. For example, warm colors like yellow, orange, and red can give a sense of lightness and happiness, while cool colors like blue, purple, and green offer a more serious, calming vibe. Another important thing to consider is readability. Small text needs to be dark enough to read clearly, and your color palette should have light and dark shades that work together without clashing. There are 5 standard color palette types: monochromatic, complementary, analogous, triad, and neutral with a pop of color. And when deciding on your final color palette, it's crucial to consider accessibility. People with visual impairments may have difficulty with poor color contrast. Developing a style guide with accessible and eye-catching color combinations is essential. Identify the color palette type. Let's go over the 5 standard color palette types you'll want to consider for your brand. 1. Monochromatic, a palette that uses various shades of one color. 2. Complementary, colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. 3. Analogous, colors that sit next to each other on the color wheel. 4. Triad, 3 colors evenly spaced on the color wheel. 5. Neutral with a pop of color, using mostly neutral tones with one bright accent color. Fonts. Now, let's talk about fonts. Fonts, just like colors, are a critical part of your brand identity. The style of font you choose says a lot about your organization. For instance, handwriting style fonts feel fun and informal, while typewriter style fonts project a more serious and informative image. So, think about your brand style. How do you want to come across? Here are some helpful tips for selecting fonts. Stay away from cursive fonts, which can be difficult to read. Avoid using Comic Sans. Trust me on this one. Serif fonts like Times New Roman are great for long paragraphs, but can seem formal or old-fashioned for headers. For digital content, non-serif fonts like Arial, Helvetica, or Calibri are more accessible and easier to read. Choose fonts that are web-friendly, so they appear the same in both digital and print materials. Be sure that your fonts are large enough and resizable without losing functionality. A good rule of thumb is to pick 3 font styles, 1 for headers, 1 for subheaders, and 1 for body text. Designing your logo, a step-by-step guide. After selecting your colors and fonts, it's time to design your logo. Your logo is the visual symbol that will represent your brand, so it should be simple and easy to recognize. Consider how it will look in both large and small sizes, especially on social media profiles where space is limited. It's a good idea to create multiple versions of your logo for different applications, such as black and white, print, or small sizes for social media. While there are free logo generators available online, investing in a professional logo design is worth it. You can find freelance designers on websites like Freelancer, Fiverr, or Upwork, and you should expect to pay around $300 for a well-designed logo. This logo will be your visual identity for the next 3 to 5 years, so investing in it now will save you from costly rebranding down the line. Visual identity check. To quickly plan your website's visuals, start by listing the main sections of your site. Determine what type of visuals you'll need for each section, whether that's photos, infographics, or something else. Decide whether you'll create these yourself or source them from somewhere else. Make sure that each visual aligns with your site's design and overall message. Sketch 4 logo ideas. Now, let's move into a quick logo brainstorming exercise. Here's how you can start sketching ideas for your logo. Step 1. Review your brand identity, values, and target audience. Step 2. Set a timer to limit yourself to 10 to 15 minutes for each logo sketch. Step 3. Sketch 4 different logo concepts, considering elements like symbols, typography, and layout. Step 4. After you've sketched your ideas, review them and choose the one that best represents your brand. Remember, this is just the starting point. Once you have your favorite concept, you can further refine it or work with a designer to polish it into a final logo. Style Guide. Your Style Guide is the key document that will guide how your visual identity is applied across all of your communications. It combines your logo, fonts, and colors into one place, ensuring consistency across your materials. A consistent visual identity builds trust and recognition with your audience, so make sure that everyone on your team uses the Style Guide when creating content. If you're not a designer, we recommend outsourcing the creation of your Style Guide to a professional on Fiverr or using a tool like Canva to create one yourself. Conclusion. That brings us to the end of today's lesson on visual identity. By the end of this, you should have a good understanding of how to select colors, fonts, and design a logo that represents your brand. Don't forget to take the quiz, and we'll see you in the next session.